the baby monitor.
Oh, it's my old baby monitor. On. Check, check. Checking. 1, 2, 3. Checking. It's working.
Why don't we give it to the Johnsons? They just had a baby the other day.
This is mine, and I'm planning on using it.
Aren't you a little too big for it?
No, I'm not big at all.
Well, I didn't realize that you're still a little boy. And a greedy one at that.
They're never gonna notice this. Hey, Fixies, are you here?
We're here now. Why did you call us?
I gotta show you how I turned into a mind reader.
I find that just a little hard to believe.
Okay, then I'll show you. I'll leave you alone, and then you'll hide this button wherever you want. Then I'll come back and find it.
You got it. So where's a good hiding place? Well, we gotta think of one. Right here, under the keyboard. Great! Go on, Nolik. Come on in. We're ready for you.
And now, I'm going to read your thoughts. Here I go. You hit the button here. Look! Ta-da!
He really does read minds. Oh, that was a lucky guess. Bet you can't do it again.
Well, I bet you I can.
We're gonna have to be sneakier.
Verda, she's the most beautiful girl in our class. She knows it, too, and doesn't hesitate to use it. She can even be a bit sneaky, like when she needs help with her homework. Then Digit suddenly becomes her best friend. But if she doesn't want to carry her pack-a-mat, she'll say, "Fire, please help me. You're just such a strong Fixie." But all us boys like her just the same. Digit does, and Nolik does, and I guess I do, too. Although, I really like Simka more. Or maybe Verda. Or both of them. I haven't decided yet. Verda can be difficult and even bossy sometimes. But one thing I know for sure, Verda's a good friend. A friend that'll always come help. Well, that is if she's able to pry herself away from the mirror.
I think that we should throw it down into this pencil cup. But then we concentrate on another place.
That is good, but it won't work, Fixies.
Come on in.
Uh-huh. Aha! It's in here. Tidish?
Simka, were you thinking about the cup? No, I swear. And my mind was blank. Then who did, huh? Uh-huh. Tom Thomas, what do you say we go again?
As many times as you want.
Shh, I know how he's been doing all of this. It's a baby monitor. That's how we can hear what we're saying. I don't get it. A baby monitor helps parents watch over their babies. The system has 2 units that look like wireless telephones. The parents keep one of the units by their side and put the other one in the room where the baby is sleeping. If the baby suddenly wakes up and starts crying, the unit in the baby's room will pick up the sound and send it by radio waves to the parents' unit. Mom or Dad will hear the crying and go and comfort their child. And so he's listening to us now. This time I know what we should do. We'll hide it under the globe.
Ooh.
Go on.
Uh-huh. Aha! Huh? Where is it?
If you read our minds, you'd find your button under the baby monitor.
You tricked me. That's really not nice.
And spying on us is nice, you think?
I'm sorry, I just thought it'd be fun.
Well, anyhow, Tom Thomas, you're too old for this thing. Unless, of course, you still need it.
I'm not a baby. I was just, checking it. I'll go and give it to Mom. Mom, I'm not greedy.
About what?
Let's give this monitor to the Johnsons, and this car is for their baby boy.
I don't think that baby's big enough yet for your car.
So what? Soon he's gonna get bigger and become a big boy, right? Like me.
The bee.
Tom Thomas,
Hello.
how come you're eating jam straight from out of the jar?
Because it tastes so good.
Oh, a bee!
Shoo! Get out of here!
Leave it alone! It's just a plain old bee!
Well, I was bitten by one of those plain old bees once. Ugh.
Tom Thomas, don't do it!
Go away, you pest!
Flies are pests. Bees are very helpful and useful.
How can a bee ever help us out?
Bees are hard workers. They are constantly collecting nectar from flowers. Flying from flower to flower, bees transport pollen on their bellies. Thanks to this process of pollination, flowers produce fruit and seeds. In other words, bees help plants reproduce. The bees use the nectar they collect to make that delicious sweet honey loved by kids of all ages. And bee honey is not only delicious, it's also nutritious.
So I'm still afraid of it. What if it bites me?
Bees don't bite, by the way. They sting ya.
Ah! Ah! Well, now I'm gonna show ya.
Don't! The bee's the one who should be afraid. You tyrant. Yeah, you let it go, tyrant.
Why are you calling me names? Who's stopping her? She can fly away if she wants.
We need to show her the way out.
Well, how? Here, little bee. Fly this way.
Why don't you try going?
Then what can I say? Chusaka, don't move. It'll sting you.
It doesn't want to sting. Both of you like to eat sweets. You like eating jam, and so does the bee. Why don't you carry Chusaka to the window?
Go on, fly.
No, that's not gonna work. You need to go and get more jam.
Here, little bee. Yum, yum. Go on and fly. You're free.
Let her eat first. Don't be greedy.
I'm not being greedy.
If she eats, she can make honey out of your jam.
Long ago, people could only collect honey by destroying the nests of wild bees. And that went on until someone came up with the idea of taming those insects. They started by leaving enough honey for the bees to survive through the winter. People took care of bees in these hollows until they learned to build small houses for them called beehives. And a town made of these bee houses is called an apiary. Bees live and work together in the beehives making honey, while beekeepers take care of the bees and collect the honey. Bees are real team players. They tell each other where the best flowers grow. Do you know how they do it? One of the bees does a dance, and then the rest of the bees watch the dance and learn where they need to fly.
You poor thing. Tom Thomas tired you out. I told you there's nothing to be afraid of. You see? She's just so nice and kind.
I'm not afraid of her. She wouldn't let me eat my jam, that's all.
Well, now it's time for you to fly away. Whoa! She's playing rough here. I want to try. Nolik. You're too little. You'll have to grow to do this job. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down now. Now let's fly. Hey, Simka, the window's back there. I can see that without you. So how can I get you to turn around? Cool. Hooray! She's listening to me. Phew!
go.
Now! So long, honeybee! Taddeesh! Tom Thomas, do you have any more of that jam left?
Yeah. What for?
Bring it here. We'll get more bees to fly in.
How come?
What do you mean, how come? 'Cause it's my turn for a bee ride.
The drum.
Now, let's turn it on. It's buzzing. You hear it?
I would love to. But the only thing I can hear is Nolik's banging.
Nolik, what are you doing?
I'm rehearsing my solo.
Nolik's the drummer in our rock band. Didn't you know that?
Why don't you go and rehearse somewhere else if you wouldn't mind?
Yeah, all right.
I just can't work like this.
Nolik, stop it, please. Oh, my head is just splitting.
Professor Eugenius, will you come to the laboratory? There's something very strange in there.
What?
I'm hearing some kind of awful sounds.
You are?
I think it's a ghost. Back from the dead.
Don't you worry about ghosts, Lisa. I'll check what it is. So it's you making the racket.
What? I'm just rehearsing.
Well, what is it?
Don't worry, it's just a piece of equipment rattling. You know what you should do? You should go and practice back at home, my young friend.
It's not very hard to make a drum. One way to make it is to take an empty barrel and replace its bottom with a skin made of leather or plastic. If the skin is stretched tightly, the sound can get very bright and loud. Really big drums are usually played with percussion mallets or beaters, while smaller drums can be played with sticks or with bare hands. Instruments that make sounds by being shaken, scraped, or beaten are all called percussion instruments. There are lots of different percussion instruments, like the small hand drums that are called bongos, big shakers with handles called maracas, cymbals made out of metal. Now those really make a lot of noise. And there's tambourines, ratchets, and even spoons. That's right! People can make music using spoons as a percussion instrument.
Tom Thomas, do you think I could practice my drumming here?
Yeah, go ahead. I've just got some homework to do. I can do that, and better than you can, too.
And what if I play like this, huh?
Then I'll go like that, or like that.
Ever since I had decided that a drummer's what I want to be, there is nothing that I won't bang on, 'cause the world's a drum to me. So I bang on radiators with a spoon, the pot goes boom, bam, bum. Maybe someone will take pity and they'll buy me my own drum. Bang it, bang it, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, bang it, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bang it, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bang it, bum, bum. Bang the drum. Bang the drum. Both my father and my mother wish I play a violin instead. I don't want to. I'm a drummer, but I can't drum that in their heads. So I bang on radiators with a spoon. The pot goes boom, bam, bum. Maybe someday they will get it and they'll buy me my own drum. Bang it, bang it, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, bang it, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bang it, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bum. Bang the drum, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, boom, bang it, bang it, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bam, bang it, bang it, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bum, bang it, bang it, bum, bum. Bang the drum.
Tom Thomas, let's take a break!
But I'm not done. Keep going, Nolik. This is fun.
Maybe it's fun for you.
Bang the drum.
Stop, that's enough!
Bang the drum.
And now, let's turn it off. Can you hear that? It stopped buzzing.
It did.
Hey, everybody, it's Nolik. Yo, what's up?
So, our noisy ghost is back.
I thought
thought you were practicing at home now. Tom Thomas is drumming there. I had to run away.
Well, our excursion is over. And now I would just be so happy to listen to your rock group.
Hooray! Bang the drum! Bang the drum! Come on, not so loud! Bang the drum! Did you say something? Bang the drum! I beg you, not that loud, please!
The doorbell.
Nolik! Nolik, what are you doing here? Just whistling a tune. Are you gonna whistle that tune the whole time Tom Thomas is away? He just left with his parents for a week, and we've got guests coming, remember? What guests? I invited everybody. The class? Yes, class.
Are they sleeping in there what, huh?
First they invite us, and now they don't want to let us in? I'll share the present with you then. Fire. Maybe you'll get it to work now. When they get here, they'll ring the bell. How come? Why don't they just do what they always do and climb through the keyhole? No way. It's not that simple, Nolik. Today they're our guests. Ah. The guests ring the bell, and the hosts let them in the house.
It doesn't ring.
You think the doorbell's broken?
I say we go fix it.
Before we fix anything, we need to know what went wrong with it.
First we'll fix it, and then we'll know what it was.
Back in the olden days, people would hang a bell over their doors with a string, and guests would tug on it to make it ring. Today, doorbells are electric, and they make all sorts of different sounds. Some buzz, some ring, and some even chirp like birds. The sound comes from a box inside the house called a chime. To make the chime ring, you push a button that's located outside. The button works just like a light switch, but instead of turning on light, it turns on sound.
Verda, will you join me? Whoop!
I gotta think about this. Yeah. Simka! You think your guests are gonna come at all? Simka! Tula? Hey! The doorbell doesn't work. It must be broken. That's odd. We heard it ring this morning. Nolik, let's go. First, we'll examine the contacts. Yep, good and tight. Okay, let's check the speaker. The speaker's fine. Maybe the electronics are the problem.
And what if we disconnect these wires and switch them?
What'll that do?
We'll know soon enough. You know what? Why don't we connect the wires straight together?
Isn't that dangerous?
We'll find out. Don't worry, nothing happened yet.
Fire. He's the engine of our class. He's the fastest, the nimblest, and the bravest. Fire never sits still for a second, and he's always looking for adventure. New ideas just burn in his head. And that's why his name is Fire. But not all of his ideas are very good, so he's constantly getting bumps and bruises. He just can't help getting carried away. If he's burning with an idea, he can even forget about his classes at school. Grampus punishes him for that. But it doesn't seem to bother Fire, because some new plan will pop into his head the very next second. To be honest, Fire's my favorite out of all the boys in our class. It's sure never boring when he's around. Hey, you down there. I figured out why it's not working.
So what's the reason?
There's no electricity in the whole house, so that's why the bell isn't working. And what? We can't visit like real guests do until the electricity comes back? And when will it work again? Don't know. It could possibly take hours, guys. Oh, it's working again. Ah! Enough ringing! Hey, Fire, quit fooling around! doorbell's ringing because fire connected the wires together.
True, but I'll fix that right now.
Your guests sure are noisy. Yeah, thank goodness the humans aren't home right now. Hello? Hello there, dear guests. Let yourself into our home through the keyhole. So, should we go in?
Go where?
Go inside.
Nah, that's not how guests act.
So what do we do?
Real guests always ring the bell. Okay, hold me tight. Hup.
The Draftsman.
Pew!
Huh? What?
Hi there, Tom Thomas. What are you drawing?
I'm not drawing. This is called drafting.
What's the difference?
Tell me, is that a circle?
Sure is.
And that?
It's a circle, too. Only it's a rounder one.
Of course. That's because I drafted it with a compass. And now I've got a real target. So now I'll load my dart gun.
Whoa! Why'd you shoot that thing at me?
It was the gun. I didn't even pull the trigger.
What? Did it break?
Let's open it up and see. There! This little part broke.
Let me go find Papoose. He can help you. He can make another one. A brand new one.
Wait, I can draft a technical drawing. Will Papoose understand how to read one of those?
Are you kidding? Papoose is an expert at everything.
Done!
Wow, Tom Thomas, you're a real technical drawer.
A draftsman, Nolik. That's what they call it.
Try drawing a perfect circle by hand. Can't do it, huh? Well, with the help of a drafting compass, your circle will turn out great. Just put the needle point in the center and turn the compass, and it's done. A compass is only one of the many different tools for drafting. For example, if you need to draw a straight line, use a ruler. And if you need to draft a frame for your picture, you can use a triangle. First draft one side, and then the other. And then to finish your frame, just turn the triangle upside down and draft the two remaining sides. You'll get a perfectly squared frame. There are also drafting instruments for making curved lines. They are called irregular curves, or French curves. But actually, now people use computers more and more for drafting technical drawings.
Papoose!
Huh? What happened?
We really need your help. One of the parts broke in Tom Thomas's dart gun. Could you make it?
What kind of part exactly?
Look, here's a technical drawing.
So, you even got a technical drawing. Very good then, let's take a look at it.
Here you go.
Super! Let's see. It's not gonna work. You see, it sticks out here on the side. I need to draft another technical drawing.
Papoose!
Huh? Nolik, you scared me again.
Forgive me, but the part has to stick out over on this side.
And you're sure that's all?
That's all, for real. Tom Thomas, it's done.
Listen, while you were gone, I realized that the part needs to have a hole right here.
Papoose?
Again?
Sorry about this, but there's a hole in this thing, too. A technical drawing is a special kind of drawing. It has to precisely describe the thing that needs to be made. To do that, the drawing must be very accurately drafted and include all of the measurements. And that's not all. If the object is complex, it must be drafted from at least 3 sides, including the front, the side, and the top. You see? The object looks different from every side. So if you don't want to work over and over again, learn to draft correctly.
Kaboom. It works!
thanks to our technical drawings. Yeah, after 3 tries, right? Some draftsman you are.
Now I can draft all sorts of technical drawings. Even one of you if you'd like.
No, don't bother. Hey,
Great.
that tickles.
Now do me a favor and turn.
Hey, what are you doing there? Just stop. What's going on?
Now I think I got it. It's done.
And what's that circle for, huh?
That's the top view.
You know what, Simka? That's what you really look like from up here.
Nolik, take this over to Papus. He can use it to make another Simka.
No thanks, Tom Thomas. For me, 1 Simka's enough. The dog. It's about me. Fixies? It's Chusaka. It sounds like she's angry with us. I wish I knew what that mad dog was thinking about. I'm thinking about you. You better hide or people will see you.
I'm leaving. See you later.
It's going to rain.
Chusaka, I have no time to play right now.
I'm not playing. His feet are gonna get soaked.
Tom Thomas, I'm off. Don't be late.
Chusaka, that's enough. No, I need to go to school.
He's got his math class today and he's leaving his math book. I'm trying to serve like a good dog, but no one understands me.
Dogs have been serving people since ancient times, along with cows, horses, chickens, and other domestic animals. But of all of these animals, the dog was the very first. In the beginning, domesticated dogs looked like wolves. Over time, they started changing and were developed into dogs of many different breeds, from big shepherds to tiny chihuahuas. So a dog is not only a human's best friend, but his very first friend as well.
What is that smell? Simka, come on out. I see you. Nolik, jump down. Oh no, we're trapped in here. Alert, something's burning over there. Why won't they listen? I think she's going to eat us. Together with the box. We're done for. Oh. Come on, look. The outlet is sparking. Oh no, something must have broken in there. Are we going to fix it? Kids should never touch outlets, and you know it too. It's forbidden. Then how do we fix it? Go find Papus, and I'll stay here and wait for you. But where's Papus? I know where he is. I don't know what she's barking about, but I think Chusaka wants to help us. Then come on, Chusaka, help us. Woo! He's in there. Papus, Papus.
Nolik, is that you?
There's an outlet sparking over there, and it smells like it's burning.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Chusaka found it.
Really? Great job! There are many kinds of service dogs. Dogs that help people by carrying out a wide variety of different jobs, like protecting a house or a flock of sheep if the dogs are shepherds. Some working dogs help guards protect their borders, while others work for the police. There are sled dogs that transport people and loads in the north, where there's only snow and no roads. Some service dogs help blind people by helping them get to the places they need to go. And there are dogs that save people trapped on mountains. And that's not all. Dogs went up into space before humans. But don't think that dogs are just given these jobs. Oh no, like humans, dogs study for a long time before they're allowed to take on serious work. That's all. There won't be a fire, not today.
Hooray!
Well done, Chusaka. You're a real service dog, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm a real service dog.
Chusaka, Chewsaka, go away. I've had enough of you already today.
Don't say that, because this working dog just saved your house from burning down.
What do you mean?
She smelled smoke coming from the outlet. It could be that Chewsaka means well and wants to do the right thing, but nobody understands her.
That's a bit hard to believe.
Then what's this book?
Oh, my math book. That's where I left it.
Remember how Chewsaka wanted to make you take it to school this morning?
You're right. Atta girl, Chewsaka. Well done.
Achoo. What a rain. My feet got wet to the bone.
But this morning, Chewsaka tried to get you to wear a different pair of shoes.
That's something. I should listen more closely to this smart little dog of ours.
Finally, they understand me.
The barcode.
And so, what do we do if we happen to see humans?
Hide from them, right?
And what if you've got nowhere to hide?
Then we turn ourselves into screws.
That's correct.
Where could it be? Where on earth could I have put it? Oh, I'm such a scatterbrain.
Ah, it's Professor Eugenius. There's no need to hide from him. He's our friend.
Where has it gone?
Did you lose something again, Professor?
Yeah, how did you guess? It's just awful. Yesterday I started testing a new iron, and today, it's totally disappeared into thin air.
Where could you have put that thing?
I've got it down to 2 places. It could be in the warehouse or not in the warehouse.
Yeah, that information will help us find it.
Or not help us find it.
Class, follow me to the warehouse.
Wow, look at all these boxes. If we have to look inside each one of them, it'll take us 2 days.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Let's look in this one.
No, inside there is a fan.
A fan? Wow, it's a fan. And what's inside this one?
A mixer.
Yeah, amazing.
And what's in this box?
An electric kettle. Made in Germany, by the way.
He's right. There is a kettle in there. Professor, is this some trick? I don't get it. Grandpus, how do you do it? It's gotta be magic. What else? Here's how I think he's doing it. I think the professor has glasses made to see through the boxes.
Of course not. I only know how to read the barcode that you can see on each of those boxes.
Oh, that.
Exactly. If you look at the printing on packages and boxes, you will often find a symbol with a lot of black lines and numbers. These symbols are called barcodes. Each barcode has all sorts of information. What the item is, what country it came from, and even in which factory it was made. With the help of a special reading device, a scanner, it's possible to read all the information the barcode holds. It really is an excellent system for stores to know what they've got.
You don't even need a scanner to do it?
I can figure out barcodes without one. I'll teach you if you want.
Class.
Let's see. We're looking for a box with an iron. There. Well, bring in the professor.
Today, on almost everything that is sold, there is some kind of mark. For instance, this kind of mark is called a barcode. And this one, a QR code. These marks help us find out a lot of information. Suppose you walk by a building and see a QR code on it. Just point the camera on your mobile phone at it, and information about who built it and when it was built will appear on the screen. Isn't that great? It's a shame not every phone can do this yet. And that's not all. There are also marks that work without pictures. There are electronic chips that can hold information. These chips can be put inside of ID cards or travel passes, and all you need to do is press the card near a reader so it can check if you're allowed to go on through.
Ah, you just made my day. You found it so quickly. What would I do without you? Huh?
Is something wrong?
This is not an iron.
Whose sandwich is that?
Mine. Yesterday I wanted to put it into the fridge, only I guess I put it into my... Oh, I just get distracted so easily.
Look, we need to think this through logically. If you went and placed your sandwich into the box where the iron should have gone, then you must have put your iron in the refrigerator.
Oh, here you are. Here you are, my new iron. Oh, I looked everywhere for you. Thank you, my friends, once again.
There's no need to thank us at all. You're always there when we need help. You've even let us open our own school here in your laboratory.
And we don't have to hide ourselves. Yeah, that's because you're so kind and you love Fixies.
The disguise. Ugh, good.
Tom Thomas, why do you need a second aquarium? Especially without any fish.
First of all, it's a terrarium. And it's not for fish, it's for lizards and snakes.
Ooh.
My friend Katya asked me to take care of him while she's away. That's why I brought him here.
Take care of who? There's no one in there. Ah! What is that?
It's a chameleon, Nolik. I think he's awesome.
It's a bad idea to take him out. He might run away.
Don't you worry, I got him.
What a monster. But how come I couldn't see him before? It's because a chameleon knows how to disguise himself by changing the color of his whole body. Have you ever seen a military uniform? They have special patterns and colors that help soldiers hide. That's called camouflage, and people learned it from animals. For instance, a caterpillar can look like a twig, and a seahorse can look like a piece of coral. An ordinary gray rabbit becomes white in the winter, so a wolf will have trouble finding it in the snow. But the champion of camouflage is the chameleon. This master of disguise can change its color in just a matter of seconds. Hey, Tom Thomas, where'd your chameleon go?
Oh, it disappeared.
It didn't disappear, it camouflaged. He won't hide for long. Let's find him.
Chusaka, have you seen the chameleon? Where is he? Do you see him?
No, he's not gonna let us catch him. We're gonna have to trick him into coming to us. Uh-huh. We can set a trap with something that he likes.
What do they like, I wonder?
What else? They're food. And what do chameleons eat? Well, like flies or caterpillars, roaches.
Where's the fly gonna come from?
Well, what if... What? Oh, Simka, just you wait. I'm gonna get you. Hey, we've gotta help Katya. You don't see the caterpillar complaining. Quiet. Nolik, you start buzzing. Buzzing? Yeah, like a fly.
Yeah, and flap your wings, too.
Simka, how long do I gotta keep doing this? Until the chameleon shows himself. Just keep buzzing. Tom Thomas, there he is. Grab him. Let go of my brother. Tom Thomas, quickly. I've got a hold of him.
Yep, I gotcha.
In the army, they use camouflage all the time. They use nets that look like bushes, paint their tanks in colors that make them blend into their surroundings, and even fly in special planes that can't be seen by radar. They do everything they can to disguise their location. But it's not just the army that uses disguises. Photographers camouflage themselves to take pictures of wild animals. People use makeup to camouflage their blemishes. And artists, they disguise old walls with bright, happy pictures. And people just love to put on masquerade parties where they disguise themselves in costumes and masks. And of course, Fixies have their own great disguise. Remember? Well, what is it?
Now he won't run away.
So, Mr. Master of Disguise, what are you gonna say now?
If only I could disguise myself that well.
Nolik, what are you talking about? You know how to disguise yourself 100 times better than him.
Ah, you're right. Hey, Chameleon, look and learn. Here's a real disguise.
The chain reaction.
Tom Thomas, what you doing?
Nolik, leave me alone.
No, really. What is that?
Quit distracting me, will you? Nolik, look at what you've done. It's all because you wouldn't quit it.
Wouldn't quit what?
I was struggling with that thing for half an hour and you ruined it.
Whoa! Ah! Oh! Hey, Tom Thomas, can you hear me? Tom Thomas, let me out!
Nolik, is that you banging?
Yeah,
And how did you end up in there?
none of your business.
Why are you so rude to me?
'Cause I feel like it.
Oh, yeah? Enjoy sitting there.
Well, who needs you?
Goodbye. Oh, Simka, what happened to you? Did you bang yourself?
And so what?
Does it hurt? Leave me alone, Tula. You always have to be fussing over everybody. Come on, why are you so angry, huh?
Nolik was rude to me.
That means you have to be rude to me?
Forgive me, Tula.
And where's Nolik right now?
There.
Let's go see him. Nolik, it's Tula. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Why were you so rude with your sister?
'Cause Tom Thomas was rude with me.
I get it. It's a chain reaction.
A what?
Setting a log on fire isn't easy. But it's easy to light a match. Use the match to light kindling, the kindling to light a twig, and the twig to light the log. Have you ever seen a fire grow? It's an example of a typical chain reaction. So be extra careful with fire. Because just one match or little piece of smoldering coal can lead to a huge disaster. Yes, they can make a whole forest burst into flame and burn down to the ground. And all because of a simple chain reaction.
I don't get you. What chain reaction?
What do you mean, Nolik? Tom Thomas was rude to you, then you were rude to Simka, then Simka was rude with me.
So there it is, a chain reaction.
Yeah, and the rudeness was like a little spark. It just spread and spread and spread like a forest fire.
Will you forgive me, Simka?
Yeah, all right. I've got an idea. Why don't we try starting our very own chain reaction the other way around?
What do you mean?
Well, instead of spreading angry and rude feelings, we could spread happiness.
But how?
It's simple. All we need to do is smile and say nice things to each other.
What a great idea! We could work together and fix Tom Thomas's mood. And I know how. Come help me pick up this domino, will you?
Everything in the whole universe is made up of atoms. Particles so extremely small that you can't even see them through a microscope. But when a tiny atom splits, it makes a tiny explosion. And that explosion can start another explosion, and another explosion, and another. And now you've got a chain reaction. And that's how a lot of tiny explosions work together to make the gigantic explosion of an atomic bomb, the deadliest weapon known to man. But atomic energy can also be used for peaceful purposes. For example, nuclear power plants use this energy to produce electricity and hot water. And nuclear-powered icebreakers can break through the thick Arctic ice so ships can sail on their way.
There, all done. Nolik, bring him in. And now we're gonna teach Tom Thomas how a chain reaction can work to make you feel really good. He's coming. On your marks, now.
What's going on? No, really?
Tom Thomas, watch this.
That was so totally awesome! I can't believe what I saw. How did you do that? It was just
a chain reaction.
What?
A chain reaction.
The disguise.
Ugh, good.
Tom Thomas, why do you need a second aquarium? Especially without any fish.
First of all, it's a terrarium. And it's not for fish, it's for lizards and snakes.
Ooh.
My friend Katya asked me to take care of him while she's away. That's why I brought him here.
Take care of who? There's no one in there. Ah! What is that?
It's a chameleon, Nolik. I think he's awesome.
It's a bad idea to take him out. He might run away.
Don't you worry, I got him.
What a monster. But how come I couldn't see him before? It's because a chameleon knows how to disguise himself by changing the color of his whole body. Have you ever seen a military uniform? They have special patterns and colors that help soldiers hide. That's called camouflage, and people learned it from animals. For instance, a caterpillar can look like a twig, and a seahorse can look like a piece of coral. An ordinary gray rabbit becomes white in the winter, so a wolf will have trouble finding it in the snow. But the champion of camouflage is the chameleon. This master of disguise can change its color in just a matter of seconds. Hey, Tom Thomas, where'd your chameleon go?
Oh, it disappeared.
It didn't disappear, it camouflaged. He won't hide for long. Let's find him.
Chusaka, have you seen the chameleon? Where is he? Do you see him?
No, he's not gonna let us catch him. We're gonna have to trick him into coming to us. Uh-huh. We can set a trap with something that he likes.
What do they like, I wonder?
What else? They're food. And what do chameleons eat? Well, like flies or caterpillars, roaches.
Where's the fly gonna come from?
Well, what if... What? Oh, Simka, just you wait. I'm gonna get you. Hey, we've gotta help Katya. You don't see the caterpillar complaining. Quiet. Nolik, you start buzzing. Buzzing? Yeah, like a fly.
Yeah, and flap your wings, too.
Simka, how long do I gotta keep doing this? Until the chameleon shows himself. Just keep buzzing. Tom Thomas, there he is. Grab him.
In the army, they use camouflage all the time. They use nets that look like bushes, paint their tanks in colors that make them blend into their surroundings, and even fly in special planes that can't be seen by radar. They do everything they can to disguise their location. But it's not just the army that uses disguises. Photographers camouflage themselves to take pictures of wild animals. People use makeup to camouflage their blemishes. And artists, they disguise old walls with bright, happy pictures. And people just love to put on masquerade parties where they disguise themselves in costumes and masks. And of course, Fixies have their own great disguise. Remember? Well, what is it?
Now he won't run away.
So, Mr. Master of Disguise, what are you gonna say now?
If only I could disguise myself that well.
Nolik, what are you talking about? You know how to disguise yourself 100 times better than him. You're right. Hey, chameleon, look and learn. Here's a real disguise.
The clocks. Go around. Left side.
That's crazy, you'll crash.
No, I won't. See, I told ya.
What?
Huh? Nothing.
Now you talk with your computer like it's your friend. Listen, that's enough playing for today.
Oh, Mom, just a little more.
I'll give you half an hour while I cook dinner, and that'll be enough for today with the computer.
This stinks. I'll never get through all of these levels in half an hour.
No way.
Hey, but what if we could stretch out the half hour?
How?
We could take the hands on the clock and move them back a little.
Mom will catch us.
Fine, then let's slow down the speed of the clocks.
Yeah,
But how?
You gotta know things like that. Since olden times, many clocks run with the help of a pendulum. The pendulum controls how fast the hands of the clock turn. If you make it longer, the pendulum will start to swing slower, and the clock's hands will slow down. If you make the pendulum shorter, the clock will tick faster. Most clocks that are made today don't use pendulums. They run with the help of springs or with an electronic chip instead. But even so, there are ways to change the speed of these clocks, too. Push it!
Wow, you did it! It's amazing how much slower it is.
That'll give you lots of time to play.
But now you gotta slow down the clocks in the kitchen.
Yeah, and every other clock you got. I just have to turn this to make the pendulum longer.
Uh-huh. And now the clock will go slower. Tadee! Fire! Now that clock over there.
Let's go do it.
That's it! We slowed down every clock, and your mom didn't see a thing.
That's great. Yeah.
Wow, Tom Thomas, you're cool! Amazing!
He got another one! Awesome! You're unbelievable! Way to go!
Huh. That's strange.
Hooray!
Incredible!
Yay, I did every level. Oh, thanks. You're both just...
The Time Masters of the Universe!
Yeah, but I'm getting really hungry, and Mom hasn't called me for dinner.
Because a half hour hasn't passed on the clock.
Hey, do you smell that?
Something is burning. What happened? A fire?
I don't get it. I was just waiting for 30 minutes like I always do, but everything burned this time. Maybe the clock stopped?
No, take a look. They're working.
I'll make you some oatmeal.
Oatmeal for dinner? Mom, I need to, I'll be right back. You see what you've done? Time Masters of the Universe? You gotta go speed those clocks back up.
Okay. We'll speed them up. They'll be caught up in no time.
You Humans have come up with lots of different ways to measure time. For example, if you stand a stick in the ground, you can measure the time of day by watching where its shadow falls. That's a very simple clock called a sundial. Another simple and ancient clock is a water clock. It keeps track of time by measuring how much water has poured out of it. And if the clock uses sand instead of water, it's called an hourglass. But humans weren't able to accurately keep track of the time until they invented mechanical clocks. They come in all sorts of sizes, from grandfather clocks to watches worn around the wrist. Today, we also have easy-to-read and accurate electronic watches and clocks. But the most accurate clock of them all is the atomic clock. It tells the entire world the exact time.
Tom Thomas, why is your alarm clock ringing in the middle of the night, huh?
Really? Is it still night out?
Look, Tom Thomas.
But the clock says that it's morning.
Interesting. Yesterday, Fire and I sped up all the clocks, so that's the reason the alarm went off. Sped them up? Are you crazy? Tom Thomas asked us.
So what do we have to do now?
Don't you know? Get to school, it's time. I'm joking. Go back to sleep. Don't worry, I'll get all the clocks working right again. Can I go and fix them with you? Ha! Fix them? You boys are the ones that always make the problems.
The Catapult.
Strange. Tom Thomas isn't here. There's no way these toy soldiers could have shot it themselves.
Now that was a good shot. It wasn't real long, and not high either. And off target. It was pretty awful.
It was good, but awful. I got it. So what do we do?
We need to raise it up a little higher.
Hey, Fire, Nolik. Why in the world would you shoot at a Fixie?
Fixies, they're supposed to be in school right now.
Actually, I'm on my way to school. How about you, Fire? Why aren't you in class?
Because there it's totally boring. But here, look at what a cool shooter we found.
Ha! What did you call it? You've got no idea what this is. It's called a catapult, guys. A cat with gold eyes? It isn't a cat with gold eyes. It's a catapult, guys. Catapults are ancient propulsion machines. They were used to shoot stones, heavy arrows, or barrels with burning tar. The main part of the catapult is a special piece of rope. It is twisted very, very tightly like a spring. The rope is then wrapped around a big spoon. And then, if you pull the spoon back, put a stone in it, and let it go, the catapult fires a shot. Ooh, and the stone flies far, far away.
Uh-huh. All right, so here we go. Came up short.
What do you mean short? What are you aiming at?
You'll see. The spoon needs to go further back. Just a little.
Guys, you're gonna break the glass.
Nolik, now push. All right. Yes, right on target. Now let's fly out into space.
Wait, what space? What kind of flying? Who's gonna fly? I'm gonna fly. Right out the window. Right up to the moon.
First fixin' onto the world, Nolik. Are you ready for your flight into space?
Yes, sir. Nolik, get out of the spoon now. I'll be the first Fixie on the moon. Yeah. Nolik, enough of this. What kind of joke is this?
It's not a joke at all. He's gonna fly into space.
And how come it's not you?
Because he's lighter.
Hold on. Humans didn't go straight into space themselves. They sent dogs out there first. Nah, Chusaka's not gonna fit in here.
Simka, why don't you go and let us finish?
Fine, I will go. But only after Nolik finds himself a helmet.
You're right about that. I'll go find a helmet.
The catapult was invented in ancient times, but people still use them today. Only now, instead of launching stones, catapults are used to launch jet airplanes. You see, the runway on an aircraft carrier is quite short, so catapults are used to help the planes move fast enough to take off. Catapults can also be used to save the life of a pilot. When an airplane has an accident, a catapult activates in the cabin. The pilot is shot into the sky and comes back to the ground with a parachute. A plain old slingshot is also a kind of catapult. It's just a very little one. But be careful with this toy. It can be dangerous to others and to you too. As for us Fixies, the only time that we use catapults is on a peaceful mission.
Albus, hurry! Our Nolik's getting shot to the moon with a catapult!
What?
And if I meet new Fixies up there, what should I say to them?
Hi there. And you can ask them to launch you back. So,
Let's do it! Fire! Launch it!
Stop! Don't! Simka! Nolik!
I'm not getting out! Whew! We're alive.
Hooray! He flew all the way.
Who flew away? To the moon?
Nope, just a bit short.
it's not our fault. You're just heavier than Nolik, and that's why you came up short.
Papoose, maybe we can try one more time.
What? Ugh.
The camera.
Stop right there and let me see how pretty you look today.
Well, just don't tell that to the elevator.
Bye-bye.
Check it out, Nolik. Class, huh?
You're not gonna get in trouble for doing that?
No. My dad gave me permission to take a few pictures with this camera.
No, I mean the picture. You're sure that your mom and dad will like that you took it without asking for permission?
But look, what a good picture.
You know what, Tom Thomas? You're like a regular paparazzi or something.
Paparazzi? They're the ones that take one photo and get millions, aren't they?
You're right. And don't care about anyone except their photo paparazzis. Did you ever wonder how a photo camera works? Let's say you want to take a picture of nature. The light that's outside goes into the camera's lens. That's the glass eye on the front of the camera. The lens takes the light from the scene outside the camera and turns it into a tiny picture that's inside the camera. Then the picture is recorded onto a special electronic sensor called a matrix that's sensitive to light. Click, and there's your photo.
What a great idea. Now I know. I'm going to be a paparazzi.
Hey, what about your promise?
What promise?
To never take a picture of us. We're a secret. Stop.
Hey, relax. I'll delete them all later.
Tom Thomas, stop this right now.
I won't until I get a photo of you.
Nolik, let's run.
You can't run from me.
Chusaka?
Aha! I've gotcha. The story of the century. The monster and its prey.
Tom Thomas! Help! No, he won't help, because he's a paparazzi.
Yes! I got it! That's my best photo yet!
What's all this noise about?
Awesome shot!
The first cameras were invented almost 200 years ago. but they worked very slowly. If you wanted to have your portrait taken, you'd have to sit still for a whole hour. After film was invented, cameras got much faster, and it became possible to take about 10 pictures a minute. On a piece of film, everything appears to be backwards. Black parts of the picture are white, and the white is black. It doesn't look normal until the picture is transferred from the film to a piece of photographic paper. Now people shoot pictures with digital cameras that work without any film at all. You can look at what you shot instantly on a screen to see if you like it. And if you don't like it, you can try shooting another one. And today, you don't even need a separate camera to take pictures. Almost every mobile phone has one.
Simka and Nolik, are you in there? Hey, come out. I'll stop shooting photos of you. Aren't we friends? I'm sorry, guys.
Well, your friends were almost eaten alive by a dog.
Please forgive me. Want to look at the photos I took?
Sure, go on, show us what you got. We're not in that shot. We're not there either. Ha! Well done there, paparazzi.
Hang on a sec. I still got another one, and you're in it. I know for sure. Look. I'm zooming in. It's impossible. I don't believe it.
It's possible.
But when did you have time to turn into screws?
The same time you were pushing the button. When we're scared, we can change faster than the blink of an eye. You lost. Paparazzi. And what are you gonna do with your millions, Mr. Paparazzi?
Would you please stop calling me that?
You got it, after every one of those photos is thrown away.
All right, I'll delete them. And do I have to delete this one too?
No, keep it. It's a great shot. I never even saw you take it.
The chick.
Ah, Professor Eugenius is making breakfast. Only the eggs will never get cooked at this temperature.
What are you doing? You can't heat up these eggs to temperatures that are this hot.
Why can't you?
The chicks, you'll kill them.
What chicks? Where?
This appliance, do you even know what it is?
I thought it was an egg cooker.
You thought it was an egg cooker? Listen up. I do not want to see you around this thing. Not anywhere close. Got it?
I won't get close to it.
But Grandpus, we don't even know what this is for.
It's called an incubator. To help her chicks hatch, a mother hen sits on her eggs for a long time, keeping them warm with the heat of her body. An incubator is a device for hatching chicks that is used in place of the mother hen. It's always nice and warm inside, just like under a chicken's wing, but not too hot. An incubator can even turn the eggs so they get just the right amount of heat all over. Chicks that are hatched in an incubator are no different from the chicks that are hatched without them.
Fire!
What?
This thunderstorm is really scary. Let's be scared together.
I'm not scared at all.
Me neither, I was joking. Just joking with you. What do you think? Are the chicks scared in there? Holy moly!
Wow, that was a big one. Even the electricity got turned off.
The incubator turned off too.
And the temperature is dropping.
And for little chicks, is that bad?
I'm sure it is. It's cold in here.
These chicks need help, and Grandpus isn't around.
Then we're gonna have to save these chicks without him. Nolik, get the door open.
Help me.
I can't. Grandpus said I can't get near the incubator, so try opening it yourself.
I can't do it.
And I can't help you.
But the chicks are going to die of cold.
Let's just do it. But don't you go and tattle to Grandpus.
I promise. Hooray!
It's a bit early for hooray.
Candle?
Yeah, we'll warm up the chicks with the fire.
Class. for hooray?
Now, yeah!
Tadoosh! Like sparrows, ducks, storks, and ostriches, all birds lay eggs and sit on them to help them hatch. And it's not only birds. Other animals like snakes, crocodiles, and even turtles have babies that they hatch from eggs. To protect their children, they try to hide their eggs, like deep in the bushes, in the cracks of rocks, or in the sand. By the way, roe is also little eggs, just without the shells. From this fish roe, little hatchlings are born that will grow into big fish. And from tiny frog roe, tadpoles hatch that will then develop into full-grown adult frogs. And you've heard of dinosaurs, right? Well, those giant reptiles that lived millions of years ago, they also hatched out of eggs.
What happened to the electricity in here?
It's a blackout from the thunderstorm, I guess.
This is just awful. My incubator! Someone lit a candle, and the temperature is normal.
So who put the candle in there? Tell us right now.
Nolik, don't be a tattletale.
It was me. By yourself.
By myself? Of course yourself. I wasn't allowed near it.
Well, yeah, he wasn't allowed near it.
All by yourself. Then well done.
You saved the chicks.
Our hero!
So, Fire, follow his example. And you, Nolik, accept our heartfelt thanks.
Look inside. They're starting to hatch.
All right, Fire. Come take a look. Now I'm allowing you.
Look, a little chick. It's so cute.
And so yellow.
Look at him. What a little sweetie.
Fire. What? Well, I really know who saved him. Tadoosh.
The crowbar.
Everything's fine here, too. I wish something would break for a change. It's already been a week and nothing's broken in here.
Stop worrying. Everything breaks at some point.
Well, nothing seems to ever break inside of this house.
That's because we take such good care of it.
No, Marcia, it's boring with no real work to do. We should move somewhere else.
When Fixies graduate from school, they must choose the place where they want to work. Some will work at factories, and some on ships, and some in theaters, and some in hospitals, too. Fixies are needed everywhere. Now, Fixie families with children like to choose places that are a bit quieter. Usually, they'll settle inside of people's houses. It's not too noisy there, like in a factory, but there's still plenty of work to do. They need to check on appliances like computers, vacuum cleaners, telephones, irons, and washing machines. And Fixies always try their best. They just love being busy with work. And so if there's nothing broken in the house, Fixie families will move to a new place where there's much more work to be done.
Nolik, did you hear that? I don't want to move anywhere.
But think about the kids, dear. They've got their school and friends here.
Do you like this friend of theirs? A human kid playing with Fixie kids. You know as well as I that it's just not right. All right, then. If nothing's broken down before the end of the day, that's all. We gotta move.
Oh, no, I can't. Tom Thomas comes home the day after tomorrow, and we'd be gone by then. Pull yourself together. And I won't see him anymore at all? Nolik, I have an idea. What idea? If something happens to break down before the end of the day, then we're not moving. But what if nothing breaks? Calm down. We're gonna make sure of it. Simka, you're a genius. But how can we make sure of it? We're going to use a crowbar. A crowbar is powerful and simple. It's nothing more than a heavy metal bar with either sharp or flat ends. It can be very helpful for breaking through concrete or ice. It can also be used as a lever to root out a tree stump or move a boulder. If one end of the bar has a claw cut into it, then it's good for pulling out nails. Yes, sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful ones. Do we have that tool? We've got our pack-a-mat. And it's got everything. Yay!
In gadgets and devices, our work will never end. Appliances are fickle, they need a loyal friend. At morning, noon, and midnight of every single day. When there is an emergency, you know we're on our way. 1, 2, 3. Inside we'll be to fix what's wrong. Till it runs strong. 1, 2, 3. Inside we'll be all day and night. We fix things right.
How about you let me try? Go on. Nolik! What are you thinking? I'm doing like you were doing. No, you're not. Now I'm confused. First off, whatever you break's gotta look like it broke all by itself. Oh, I gotcha. And second, you gotta break it in some way that can be fixed later.
Did someone say something needs fixing? Or am I hearing things?
Papas, we just found out that the television's broken down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and one of the keys on the keyboard is stuck.
For real?
For real, and the clock's not running either.
Oh ho! Masya, our life is getting back on the right track.
Should we fix them?
Yeah, what else? We are the Fixies.
We live to keep on working, and work for us is fun. So we'll just keep on working, 'cause our work's never done. And deep inside of gadgets, if you look when it's dark, you might just see us race around like multicolored sparks. 1, 2, 3. Inside we'll be to fix what's wrong. Till it runs strong. 1, 2, 3. Inside we'll be all day and night. We fix things right.
Tidish! Oh, that was a lot to do.
You'd almost think that somebody broke it on purpose.
Well, we didn't do it. It broke by itself.
Yeah, this apartment still needs a lot of work. We shouldn't move anywhere. I like it here.
So do I. It's the best.
See, we don't need to go anywhere.
Batteries.
Oh, my little lemon, just you wait. One day you'll be a strong and splendid tree.
She's talking with a flower pot.
Oh, you scared me. Do you like it?
Like what?
My seedling, don't you see? It will grow into a huge tree. And there, amongst the green leaves, will be beautiful yellow lemons. Class!
From that thing? Lemons?
Oh, yeah. It'll grow into a tree. All it needs for that is to gather energy. Get energy from where? From our sun.
The sun? It'll be so slow. Oh, batteries would be faster than the sun.
Batteries? I really don't think so.
Tula, do you know how much energy they have? Let's just bury a bunch of those batteries in here, and you'll be watching your lemon plant shoot up into a tree.
Are you positive?
Absolutely.
And where can we get the batteries?
Over there. Professor Eugenius has a whole box full of them.
Batteries, batteries.
We use them every day and need them by the ton.
Batteries, batteries.
They give power to appliances so they can run.
That does it. We'll be seeing the first lemons before the week's over.
The first battery in the world was made in Italy more than 200 years ago. When two different kinds of metal were placed in salty water, electricity started flowing through a wire from one piece of metal to the other. Many years have passed since then, but batteries still work in pretty much the same way. Today, you can find batteries being used for electricity just about everywhere. Tiny batteries are used inside of wristwatches, while big batteries can power cars and even ships. With new batteries being produced by the millions, we have to think, how should we get rid of the old ones? You can't just throw away batteries because they'll poison our soil and water. The best way to dispose of batteries is to take them to a special collection station that sends them to factories for recycling. Yes, it's a terrible idea to bury batteries. You can kill any plants that are growing there. And this is the very reason why Professor Eugenius puts all of his used batteries in that box over there, so he can dispose of them properly. Hey, where are they?
Oh, my seedling! We harmed you!
What? Where are the batteries?
They're in the flower pot.
How come?
So the lemons would grow faster.
From the batteries? Who came up with that idea? It will die! Hurry! We gotta go save it! The soil's contaminated. We've got to find a new home for the seedling.
But where? Over there. There's a pot with healthy soil.
Let's do it!
Batteries, batteries. They come in different sizes, shapes, and colors too. Batteries, batteries. Could be yellow, might be green, or maybe red and blue. Batteries, 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 batteries,
Don't cry, Tula. The seedling will be perfectly fine. It will grow big and strong with branches full of beautiful lemons and oranges.
And watermelons.
It's a lemon tree fire. Will you ever stop going too far, like with the batteries?
Well, anyhow, batteries are cool, right? Look how many appliances can't work without them.
You're right. Appliances can't work. Look, the seedling's coming back to life. It really is. Tula, tell us, isn't it splendid? Splendid.